Hey, welcome back to the website hacking series. In this specific video, I will talk about the testing methodologies of web application. Let's say a client wants you to find out whether the website can be hacked or no. So you will have to follow a specific pattern, a specific process, a specific methodology to to try to hack their website. So this is what we will be discussing in this specific video, and let me give you a quick recap of what we are doing right now. We just started the module 2. This is the module 2, and if you've been following the previous videos, you might know that we were studying about we were talking about the foundational concept. In module 1, I have talked about how websites are made and how they work, and as well as how the data is stored. So if you have watched that, it is good, but if you are not watched, I will definitely recommend checking them out first, so you get the idea of how the website and everything works. Now in this specific video, I am going to talk about the testing methodologies. So let's get started. First of all, you see right here we have the black box testing method. Another one we have is the white box testing. Another is the gray box testing, and some other one as well. So let's start with the black box one. Before starting, before telling you the black box testing methodology, to make it easier, I'm going to give you an example, the simplest example, so that you will understand this quickly. Think about, let's put you in a situation. Let's say you are in a room which is completely black. There is no light, there is nothing. You cannot actually see anything, right? And you also have a small torch which you can point, which you can turn on to see things. Now the thing is, the condition is, let's say the door is locked, the room door is locked, and you will have to find out the key inside the room so that you will be able to unlock the door and get outside of that. So what you will do is you will use that torch. As you might know, torch, think of it like a small torch which you can point out to thing, and it will show a small surface, a small area that will make it bright. So what you will do is you will point out to different area of the room to search for the keys. I mean the key. So you will search a lot throughout the room, and once you find out the key, you will go to the door and unlock the room. Now, if I relate this to the black box testing, let's say, let's take the example of a client that give you a client says that they have a website and they want to find out whether the website they have can be hacked by outside by the hacker or no. So what they will tell you is that they will say, hey, I want you to hack, try hard and see if you can hack this website, and we we want to know if this website can be hacked, if the data can be stolen, if there can be a data breach or no. So we want to hire you and we want you to hack this website. And thing is, they the client will also say that you have full permission, you can do your whatever you want with the website. So they will say, the client will say, you have full permission, you have authorized, we have give you the permission. uh, it's your choice what you will do. Just find out, figure out if you are will be able to hack the website or no. The reason they are doing that is they are trying to see if the website can be hacked by web hackers or no before any data breach. So they will give you the all of the permission. What you will do is, the most important thing is they will not give you any clue, nothing about the how the website is made, the database, the architecture, the server configuration, and every single detail. You will have to find out everything yourself. So if I relate this black box testing to the escape the room challenge I told you, I just explained the example I gave you. So what you do in that room is you point out the torch to different areas to search for the key. You find out all of the possible places that might have the key hidden. So similarly in the website, they since they have given you permission, what you will do is you will try to find out all of the information that you can gather as much as possible, and see if those information can be used to attack the website or no. So there are two methods to find out the information. One is the passive reconnaissance. I mean the finding out information about the that we will be searching is called the reconnaissance. We call it reconnaissance. Simply we will just call it finding out information about the website. So there are two methods. One is the passive reconnaissance and another is the active reconnaissance. So I'm not going to explain nothing both of these. I will talk about this in module 2. Right now this is module 3. We are just talking about the methodologies. So as I told you, they will not give you any clues. They will have zero, you will have zero access. You don't get to see the code database structure or server configuration, as well as all you will have is the external perspective. You are testing from outside like a normal user, like a real hacker. So this is a more realistic way to find out if the website can be hacked or no. So the methodology is, in step one we will find out the information, get information about the target, about the website we want to find out it can be hacked or no. Next, we do the scanning port, scanning server enumeration. Don't worry, I'm not going to discuss these right now. In module 2, we will cover each of the step in very detail, and we will also do the practical. So don't worry about this. We will just talk about like kind of overview. In step 3, we will do the enumeration. In step 4, we will do the vulnerability identification. In step 5, we will talk about the exploitation, and in step 6 we will do a create of a proper documentation. We will record everything and send it to the team so that they will fix all of those issues. So that is the black box testing. Hope you understood this. Now let's talk about the white box. So this is another methodology. The black box was you simply you don't see anything, the client don't give you any clue. Now with the white box testing, what happens that they give you full access. You get to see the source code, how the website is made, the architecture, the design document, the configuration file, and a lot more. And it's more like internal perspective. You know exactly how the system works. So the above one attacks, it is a time consuming because you have to find out all of the details by your own. You because they have not given you. Now with the white box, they have given you most of the information. Right, it's faster than black box. No time wasted discovering what you already know. So this is the white box testing. Right, now let's talk about the gray box testing. So in gray box testing, it is like a combination of the white box and the black box. They give you some certain detail partial access. You have login credential but not the source code, or source code but not the database access. Simply they give you some access or give you some kind of information, and some they don't give you. So you will have to find out that information that they don't give you, and then you will combine both of the information and then see how this can be used to attack the website. This is the gray box one. Let's understand this one with the example. So you are hired to test the internal web application, how it works internally. You have been given the login credential for a regular employee account and high level architecture diagram, how all the website work, and a list of technologies used, the database, the services, the server, these kind of things. We will also talk about, we have a plugin vaporizer which will help us to find out the. So they will also give you these kind of detail as well, but not the source code, database structure, internal documentation. And so you will have to your approach will be like login with employee credential, in where at the endpoint you can see as authenticated user, and you will test the parameters for SQL injection, XSS, and IDOR attacks. And you will try and see if any of these work. If any of these work, you will try to do the privilege escalation to access admin function. Meaning you are right now logged in with the employee credential, you have a limited permission, so you will try to do the privilege escalation to access the admin feature high level permission. I explained the privilege escalation for both the Windows and the Linux, so if you are interested you can check the playlist. So you will try to do the privilege escalation. If you succeed, you will then report it back to the team that yep, this is how I have hacked the website. Now here we have is this testing guide, this open web application security project. They have it has the industry standard, They follow these kind of step. The testing phase one is the information gathering, where we do the passive and active reconnaissance. We will cover this in module 3. And in step 2 you will do the configuration management testing, server configuration, misconfiguration. In step 3 we'll do the authentication testing, login bypass, password, session management. In step 4 we'll talk about in step 4 what they do is they authorized testing, IDO or privilege escalation, access control. In step 5, session management testing. In step 6, the input validation testing, the injection attacks, SSS, and command injection. In step 7, they do the error handling, information disclosure, like how it uh, will it show information if it gets some kind of error. And in step 8, the cryptography. In step 9, a business logic testing. And in step 10, the client side testing, right? Another one we have is this standard technical testing specific framework for specifically for technical testing, which is the planning, reconnaissance, scanning, enumeration, vulnerability analysis, and exploitation, and the reporting. So that's that. And another one we have, another framework we have is PTES, penetration testing execution standard. The above one is called the NIST, which is stand for National Institute of Standards and Technology. So that's that. The one right here is the PTS. PTS has 7 stages. One is pre-engagement interaction, another is intelligence gathering, another is the threat model, what to look for based on the architecture. The fourth one we have is the vulnerability analysis. The fifth one we have is the exploitation. The sixth one we have is the post exploitation, and the seventh one we have is the reporting. So overall, it should look like this penetration testing workflow. Pre-engagement, we'll define the scope. What system are we testing, and what's off limit, what we are not allowed to test. When, how do we test, and written permission from the client. They will have to give us the written permission. What does test? When does testing happen? So we'll also specify the timeline. As First, two, we talk about the reconnaissance. We do the passive reconnaissance, in we then do the active reconnaissance, and then technology identification and point discovery. And in phase 3 we do the vulnerability identification. In step 4, in the phase 4 we do the exploitation. In phase 5 we do the post exploitation. In step 5 we do documentation. We write we take the screenshot of every vulnerability, write a proper report, and in this phase we write a proper reporting and give it to the team, so that they will see that and fix all of those issues that will help the hacker to hack their website or do the data breach. That was just a broad overview of the testing methodologies. It's like not very important, it is important, but just I gave you the overview, and this was our the module 2. You can see right here in this image we are done with this already. And in this module 2, just talking about these methodologies, or like a broad overview. And in the next video we will start the module 3, where we will talk about the reconnaissance, and we will start with the passive reconnaissance. And once we are done with that, we will then go with the active reconnaissance, right? So if you have any question in this, I hope it is not very hard to understand. It is simple, just overview of how there are different testing methodologies that we can use to try to see if the web application can be hacked or no. Still, if you have any question, let me know in the comments. And if you have not watched the module 1, I will definitely recommend checking them out. And I will see you in the next video. See you soon.